you ever met a man who talks constantly yet says absolutely nothing of value? You know the type. He fills the silence with noise, thinking his volume commands respect, but every word he speaks is actually a confession. It's a confession of his insecurity, his lack of discipline, and his chaotic inner world. You can wear the most expensive suit, drive the fastest car, and fake a confident walk, but the moment you open your mouth, you tell the world who you really are. Speech is not just sound, it is the architecture of your thought. If your words are weak, your mind is weak. If your words are scattered, your life is scattered. The ancient Stoics believed that you could judge a man's character not by his status, but by his reaction to the world. Today, we are going to dissect the 7 specific phrases that expose a man as foolish, not intellectually stupid, but emotionally and philosophically immature. And more importantly, we are going to look at how a high-value man, a man of INVICTUS X, rewrites those scripts to take back control of his reality. Let's dismantle the language of weakness and build a vocabulary of power.
The trap of entitlement. That's not fair. We start with the cry of the child. That's not fair. You hear this in office break rooms, in relationships, and in politics. It is the immediate reaction when life doesn't follow the script we wrote in our heads, when someone gets the promotion you wanted, or when bad luck strikes a good person. The weak man screams about fairness. Fairness is a human invention. It is a concept we created to make society function, but nature itself does not recognize it. A storm does not check if a house belongs to a good person before destroying it. The market does not care how hard you worked if nobody wants what you are selling. When you say, "That's not fair," you are arguing with reality. You are wasting energy wishing the world was different, rather than dealing with the world as it is. It is a declaration that your happiness is dependent on external luck. The Stoic replaces this with, "This is reality, I will adapt." Instead of judging the event, he studies it. He understands that the universe owes him nothing. By accepting the situation immediately, no matter how harsh, he moves from a victim mindset to a strategist mindset. Power begins exactly where your entitlement ends.
2. The shield of the coward. It's not my fault. It's a reflex. As soon as something breaks, as soon as a deadline is missed, the finger points outward. My boss didn't give me clear instructions. My wife made me late. The economy is bad. Blame is the drug of the powerless. It feels good in the moment because it alleviates the stinging pain of guilt, but it comes at a terrible cost. It costs you your agency. If the problem is entirely someone else's fault, then the solution is also entirely out of your hands. You have just voluntarily made yourself a passenger in your own life. The high-value man replaces this with, "I will take responsibility." Note that he doesn't say, "I am to blame." There is a difference. You may not be to blame for the car accident that totaled your vehicle, but you are responsible for how you handle the insurance, your medical recovery, and your transportation moving forward. Responsibility is not about guilt. It is about the ability to respond. The moment you own the outcome, you own the power to change it. 3. The ego's defense. I already know that. This phrase sounds intelligent, doesn't it? It sounds like you're ahead of the curve, but in reality, it is the sound of a mind slamming shut. Stupid men say, "I know that," because they are terrified of looking ignorant. They interrupt people to finish their sentences. They debate rather than listen. But the moment you believe you already know everything, you ensure that you will never learn anything new. There is an old Zen story about a scholar who visited a master. The scholar kept talking about his own opinions. The master poured tea into the scholar's cup and kept pouring until it overflowed, burning the scholar's hand. "Stop! The cup is full," the scholar yelled. The master replied, "Like this cup, you are full of your own opinions. How can I show you wisdom unless you first empty your cup?" Replace this with "remind me" or "I am still learning." A wise man knows that even a basic truth, when revisited after a year of new experiences, will reveal new depths. The fool speaks to be heard. The wise man listens to grow. 4. The mask of apathy. I don't care. In modern culture, we have confused not caring with being cool or stoic. You see men acting detached, shrugging off important issues, saying, "I don't care, it doesn't matter." Real stoicism is not about having zero emotions. That is sociopathy. Real stoicism is about emotion regulation. Saying, "I don't care" about your health, your finances, or your relationships is not strength. It is laziness disguised as detachment. It is emotional resignation. The disciplined man replaces this with, "I choose what matters." He cares deeply, but selectively. He pours his energy into his purpose, his family, and his integrity. He withdraws his energy from gossip, celebrity scandals, and the opinions of strangers. He doesn't say, "I don't care" to escape life. He practices selective focus to master it.
5. The surrender. I can't help it. I have a bad temper. I can't help it. I'm just bad with names. I can't help it. I saw the donut and I couldn't help it. When you say this, you're identifying with your animal instincts rather than your human reason. You're telling the world that your prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for discipline, is weaker than your primal urges. A man who believes he cannot control himself is a slave to his environment. If you cannot help it, you are not a free man. You are a biological robot reacting to stimuli. Replace this with, "I control myself." The Stoic views every urge, anger, lust, laziness, as a test. The body makes a suggestion, but the mind makes the decision. You might feel the flash of anger, but you decide whether to speak. You might feel the hunger, but you decide whether to eat. Claiming you have no choice is a lie you tell yourself to avoid the pain of discipline. 6. The nihilist's cry. What's the point? This is the voice of resignation. It usually comes when results are slow or when tragedy strikes. Why work out? We're all gonna die anyway. Why try hard at this job? They don't appreciate me. This question reveals a transactional mindset. You're only willing to act if there is a guaranteed immediate reward. But meaning is not something you find lying on the street like a lucky penny. Meaning is something you build through effort. Imagine two men cutting stone. You ask the first, "What are you doing?" He sighs, "I'm cutting this rock. It's pointless labor." You ask the second man. He smiles, wipes sweat from his brow, and says, "I am building a cathedral." Same action, different meaning. Replace this with, "I will find meaning," or better yet, "I will create meaning." A Stoic doesn't wait for motivation to strike. He acts because the action itself aligns with his values. He knows that purpose is forged in the fire of persistence, not discovered in the comfort of idleness.
7. The anchor. That's just who I am. This is the deadliest phrase of them all. It sounds like self-acceptance, but it is actually a prison sentence. I'm just a jealous person. I'm just lazy. I'm just not a reader. When you say this, you are arguing for your limitations. You are taking a temporary habit and cementing it into a permanent identity. Neuroplasticity proves that the brain can change until the day we die. By saying, "That's just who I am," you are rejecting the fundamental human capacity for growth. You are choosing to be a finished product rather than a work in progress. The INVICTUS X man replaces this with, I am becoming better. He views his personality as soft clay, not hard stone. If he is impatient, he doesn't say, I am an impatient man. He says, I am currently practicing patience. This subtle shift in language opens the door to transformation. The difference between a stupid man and a wise man is rarely about IQ. It is about awareness. The stupid man reacts. The wise man responds. The stupid man speaks to defend his ego. The wise man speaks to serve the truth. This week, I challenge you to catch yourself. When the coffee spills and you want to say, that's not fair, stop, breathe, say, I'll adapt. When you feel too lazy to work and think, what's the point? Catch it. Say, I build my purpose. Your words shape your reality. If you change your vocabulary, you change your mind. And if you change your mind, you change your life. Do you have a verbal habit you are trying to break? Or is there a phrase of weakness you hear others say that drives you crazy? Drop it in the comments below. Let's discuss it and hold each other accountable. If this message resonated with you and you want to continue forging a mind that is unbreakable, make sure you are subscribed to INVICTUS X. We don't just talk about philosophy here, we live it. Speak less, think deeper, act stronger. I'll see you in the next one.